These 12 characters possess the Demon Slayer mark. Demon Slayer marks are irregularities on a Demon Slayer's skin that resembles a birthmark. It commonly appears on the face or another visible location of the body of Demon Slayers. Each Demon Slayer possesses a unique pattern to their mark, which appear to be based on the breathing style they utilize. The mark can only be awakened under very specific conditions and grants special abilities, while also enhancing pre-existing traits of the bearer. Once awakened, the mark can disappear after a period of time along with its effects, though it can be reactivated by meeting the same conditions, or through training to maintain the marked state, to prevent it from dissipating in the first place. One special property of the mark is its ability to spread from one bearer to the other, as if they are resonating with each other. Let's delve into the 12 individuals who possess this mark. During her battle against Upper Rank 4, Mitsuri stopped suppressing her full strength, and by pushing herself further, unconsciously awakened and obtained her Demon Slayer mark, that takes the form of two hearts upside down and opposite from each other, with angel wings on both sides, where the two heart tips meet that appear near her neck, close to her clavicle. When this manifested, Mitsuri's physical strength, endurance, precision, and power increased dramatically to the point she was able to stand on equal grounds against Zohakuten, while he was unleashing his most powerful techniques against her. Muichiro Tokido unleashed his true power when he awakened his Demon Slayer mark during a fierce battle against Upper Moon 5. This mark dramatically boosted his speed, strength, and vitality, allowing him to overcome deadly poison and overwhelm his opponent. In his epic clash with Kokushibo, Muichiro took things to the next level by dyeing his Nichiren sword a bright red, hindering the demon's regeneration, and playing a crucial role in their ultimate showdown. Giyu Tomioka unleashed his full potential during his intense battle with Akaza. That's when he awakened his Demon Slayer mark, a fluid-like design that perfectly complements his water-breathing style. With this mark activated, Giyu experienced a massive boost in speed, precision, and stamina, allowing him to go toe-to-toe with an upper-rank demon. Later, in the epic clash against Muzan, Giyu and Sanemi combined their swords, creating a deadly red glow that significantly weakened the Demon King's regeneration, making their attacks even more lethal. During the final battle against Muzan, Obanai awakened his Demon Slayer mark, a trio of snake-like patterns on his left side, dramatically enhancing his strength, speed, and endurance. Inspired by Muichiro Tokito, Obanai infused his blade with intense focus, turning it bright red and significantly hindering Muzan's regeneration, buying crucial time for others to replicate the technique. Despite the immense strain, Obanai briefly accessed the transparent world, catching a glimpse of Muzan's vital organs, thanks to Gyomei's guidance. During the battle against Kokushibo, Sanemi awakened his Demon Slayer mark, a green paper origami windmill with 2 dots on his right cheek, drastically enhancing his physical abilities. Despite grievous injuries, he momentarily overpowered Kokushibo, but required assistance from Gyomei and Muichiro to inflict significant damage. Sanemi later utilized this newfound strength in the fight against Muzan, combining his sword with Giyu's to temporarily enhance their blades and hinder Muzan's regeneration, demonstrating the mark's effectiveness in battle. Gyomei Himejima, despite his blindness, is a formidable Hashira who possesses the ability to access the transparent world, allowing him to predict and sense opponents' movements naturally. During his battle with Kokushibo, he awakened his Demon Slayer mark, manifested as cracked earth-like patterns on his forearms, significantly boosting his strength, speed, and stamina. Notably, in his fights against Kokushibo and Muzan, Gyomei could temporarily enhance his weapons to a bright red state by striking them together, increasing their destructive power. Tanjiro Kamado possesses a flame-like Demon Slayer mark that drastically enhances his strength, speed, and reflexes when activated, but causes extreme exhaustion. This mark, identical to those of Yoriichi and Kokushibo, first appeared after intense training and fully manifested during a battle with Upper Rank 6. Tanjiro also developed a bright red Nichiren sword and the ability to access the transparent world, like his father, allowing him to predict opponents' movements. Through intense training and determination, Tanjiro mastered repetitive action, enhancing his concentration, and ultimately unlocked the selfless state, enabling him to erase his presence and fight undetected, culminating in the defeat of Upper Rank 3. Kokushibo, the older twin brother of Yoriichi Tsugikuni and a skilled demon slayer, awakened his Demon Slayer mark during training with Yoriichi. This mark, resembling flames on the bottom right side of his chin and the top left of his forehead, drastically enhanced his strength and speed, but cursed him to die at 25. However, after becoming a demon, Kokushibo gained immortality, bypassing the curse. He also unlocked the ability to access the transparent world, enabling him to see the muscles, blood flow, and joint movements of his opponents, which allowed him to predict their attacks. With this ability, Kokushibo identified 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐿 as his descendant, recognized that 𝐃𝐢𝐜 consumed demons for strength, and assessed the peak strength and techniques of 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐿, 𝐷𝐴𝐴𝐼, and 𝐵𝐽𝐼. Yoriichi Tsugikuni was a legendary swordsman, the creator of the sun-breathing style, and the first to manifest the Demon Slayer mark, a unique flame-shaped symbol on his forehead that granted him tremendous physical abilities. Unlike other mark-bearers, who typically died young due to its curse, Yoriichi defied fate and lived until the age of 85. He was the first to turn his Nichiren sword bright red, a feat that allowed him to severely hamper the regeneration abilities of demons, including Muzan Kibutsuji, by burning them at a cellular level. This made his sword far more effective than those of modern demon slayers. Yoriichi also possessed the transparent world ability, enabling him to see through his opponents and predict their movements, which gave him a significant advantage in battle. Despite his extraordinary abilities, Yoriichi ultimately passed away while fighting Kokushibo, leaving behind a legacy as one of the greatest demon slayers in history. Tanjiro Kamado is one of the few characters who was born with the Demon Slayer mark. However, Tanjiro never fully developed the mark's power, likely because he believed the scar on his forehead was just a regular birthmark and wasn't aware of its true significance. Though it's not confirmed, Tanjiro appeared to be older than 25 at the time of his death, suggesting he may have defied the mark's curse, similar to Yoriichi. Despite possessing the ability to use sun-breathing, Tanjiro never officially joined the Demon Slayer Corps. During a fight with a giant bear, Tanjiro accessed the transparent world and killed the bear instantly with a single axe strike. Unfortunately, this is all we know about Tanjiro, but it would be fascinating to see a special spin-off chapter dedicated to his story. Muzan's final act before defeat was to transform Tanjiro into a demon. In this demonic state, his face completely covered in the Demon Slayer mark, a stark contrast to the single mark he once bore. Unlike ordinary demons, Tanjiro possessed no weakness to sunlight, making him an incredibly powerful and terrifying creature, with abilities far surpassing even Muzan's. Fortunately, Tanjiro eventually returned to human form, averting a catastrophe that would have made him an almost invincible demon. We see 𝐃𝐢𝐜 initially fight Hantengu as Demon 𝐃𝐢𝐜 version 1, with only demon eyes as a notable difference from a regular human. This changes dramatically when he faces Kokushibo as Demon 𝐃𝐢𝐜 version 2, acquiring Kokushibo's abilities and the mark. However, this transformation is temporary, unlike true demons who receive Muzan's blood. 𝐃𝐢𝐜's powers fade after the fight, implying his transformation is linked to his focus and the battle. Since he's human at core and lacks the ability to use breathing, it's unlikely he developed the mark naturally. Instead, it's more probable that it's a residual effect of Kokushibo's blood, granting him marked Slayer-level strength. Given the temporary nature of his powers, it's reasonable to assume his mark would also fade, leaving him unaffected by its curse and potentially only losing a few years of life.